They didn't know if I was going to make it. They basically almost pronounced me dead because they didn't know, because of all the difficulties with having me being born was a lot, and they didn't know if I was going to make it. But God brought me through it. I had a second fluid inside my neck that was the size of a golf ball, and they had to remove that. I had vertebrae that I was told that were crushed when I was born. Usually you'll have a deformity. It's usually down at the bottom of your spine, and mine was the opposite. Mine was right up at the top part of my neck. I had to deal with not being able to keep my head up. And in fact, I had a hole in my heart when I was young. My back was bowed. My mom had told me that they couldn't count on their toes how many times they had to go to the hospital. It was always for one thing after another. Now, I just remember the one time they told me they took me to this one pastor that had a big camp meeting service that they had to fly to because it was cross country. But after they took me to this pastor to pray for me, they brought me back and they went through all the testing and all that type of thing. They came back to my mom and dad. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. They even went to my mom and dad and said, "We don't know what you're doing, but keep doing what you're doing because he's actually coming through with flying colors." I was considered the worst ones, but yet I came straight through past everybody. They said if my heart didn't close up, I would have to have surgery. And the next thing my parents knew, when they took me back in to have me looked and everything, they said they were astonished that the hole in the heart that I had closed up on its own. And basically God did it. Actually, they even showed us the x-ray right in front of us, back straight up and down. I was like, yes, don't have to wear a brace anymore. Woohoo! And I knew it was God that did it, because I was just thinking, the whole way home I kept saying, thank you, Lord, thank you for taking care of it, because I really did not want to have to deal with that anymore. As I was in school, I had to deal with a lot of kids making fun of me. I think all kids can relate to that one. It taught me to be more persistent, being determined, no matter what those kids thought of me or whatever. I wasn't going to give up. I went to church pretty much since I was a kid. When you got up to be a teenager, you had you wanted to be more defiant, but God had other plans for me when it came to that situation, and believe me, He got me straightened out before I even tried to go too far. God has blessed me with the talent to play the drums and to use that as a ministry to be able to play and to reach young people and older alike and let them know that what God did for me, He could do for them. No matter what situations you've been through, He's there to take you the rest of the way and use that disadvantage you had as a blessing to reach others to let them know that, hey, God healed me, God's brought me through it. This is, if God can do this for me, He can do it for you if you just give it a chance.